Hey guys, it's Steve and Avengers and X-Men Access issue is number 8. This is came after the issue 7. I'm really disappointed because that one is having some poor rating and this one I don't know how. How are they making like this? Because from IGN it got 6.5, from Comic City it got 6.5, Geeks Unleashed it got 7.0. And Adventures in Protest, it's got 5.0, and you can't believe it, Comic Book Resources and Newsarama gave it 4.0. 4.0. What should I say? 4 only? What is this? Because I remember the first issue, that the Red Supremacy, that one really amazing, and that was really awesome. So here we go with the reviews from comicbookresources.com, adventuresinprotest.com, and obviously IGN.com about this Avengers and X-Men Axis. Did I just say Axis Man? Okay, X-Men and Axis. Here we go. No Hail Mary Pass for Axis is the headline from IGN. While the pacing has improved, the rest of the story has felt so rushed up to this point that it's hard to feel strongly about any of the latest developments. Isn't anyone going to even mention the major character who died last issue? If anything, Axis has become a much less compelling version of Avengers vs X-Men. Only both sides are so unlikable, it's hard to feel invested in either team or the people who are trying to stop them from fighting. This issue is full of moments that don't quite achieve their desired impact. The Spider-Man Carnage scene should have been emotional, but without reading the tie-in, you won't find any of your feelings stirred up. Thor once again battling Apocalypse with Jernborn was neat, but Thor is swept away by the battle and only manages to say threatening things that ultimately don't have much depth on them. To them also, the Scarlet Witch subplot is so isolated from the main narrative that it's hard to remember she's part of the reason the inversion happened in the first place. I could go on, but by now you get the idea that nothing seems to be clicking into place with this story. Speaking of the inverted heroes and villains, the concept still hasn't been explored in any meaningful way. I have been seeing this issue and this series like every time it's action, and action. Everyone is going from here and there. Nothing kind of improvement in the storyline. Francis Lemon returns to draw another issue, but unfortunately this one is a step down from his previous effort. There are numerous scenes that are confusing due to a number of reasons. Is Claw hitting or grabbing Rogue? When approaching from the left, how did Thor manage to hack into the Apocalypse's right hip? Why is Hobgoblin barely recognizable in his big rescue moment? There are a few good moments plus some excellent coloring in the Scarlet Witch pages, but overall this isn't the best looking issue of Axis. The verdict from this one in a hygiene kind of way. Here's the thing about Axis is as a whole, it's a story that I truly do want to love. It's got Remender telling his first event story, a slew of talented artists working with him, and the return of big X-Men baddie Apocalypse, an event he's been building to for years. It's got all the makings of a great comic book story, but issue after issue it falls short. There are sparks of good ideas that just never ignite into a satisfying story. That's the really thing that the fans are getting disappointed. I hope you guys are also going disappointed. I'm really disappointed on this issue because when I just read the first issue, I thought that it's gonna be like a really good movie kind of thing, but now it's only just here and there kind of action is going on. I expect some more good things about this one, and I think I should make a really small comics that how Avengers and X-Men Axis should be like. Anyway, so here we go with this one. They should capture, on my thing, in my way, they should capture from the first episode, from the first issue, the creators should capture that why fans liked it and why it's going falling again and again. Then it can recover from its present state. That's the thing. So AvengersInProtest.com, they said, with the inverted villains down, who is left to fight inverted X-Men? Why the inverted Avengers, of course, so they fight for them. Then a few few more inverted villains get back up and fight as well. Oh, the fighting that will go on throughout this issue, also things sort of happen at the end. So like with the last issue, this issue can be summed up like this: fighting, and on occasion things happen. It's another long fight scene with little plot unless required, and man, is the plot dealt out lazily in this issue? I don't know, probably the worst thing in the story is Brother Voodoo and his brother's appearance. Dr. Doom disappeared in the last issue and then randomly popped up again in this issue. With the two, apparently he made some pact. What is this going on with the demigod to resurrect the two to solve the Scarlet Witch problem? I admittedly don't know much about the characters, but I knew at least Brother Voodoo would be back, given that he was going to be in the relaunched Uncanny Avengers. However, he and his brother's own appearance here and there, apparent purpose, just comes right out of nowhere with no build-up and feels so much like a random Deus Ex Machina. The heroes and villains can't solve this problem, so here are some characters with powers that can possibly fix it that have not been remotely built up or introduced up until this point. It feels so lazy, poorly thought out and bad that it is even worse than Captain Universe was in Infinity. The writing isn't much to comment on here. The pacing is very quick due to the book being one long extended fight scene with the occasional moment of plot. So that's the end of the story of this issue. I don't know what is gonna going on for the issue number 9. I hope you guys will enjoy this one, and this is a really risky review. I don't know what you guys will comment. I hope you guys will comment about this one, about the story, and how it's gonna be improved. Thank you.